Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with us. Let's begin with what happened today at the appeal court at the resumed hearing of the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal. So, there might drama just before the judges got into the courtroom today. It was a situation where we saw Mr. Lamidi Apapa, the leader of the Labour Party on one hand, and this was what really happened. This altercation, it was the initial incident that occurred, but I'll allow you to listen to those altercation and those conversations before it went really awry.
Talk to him for what?
What's right?
So you saw, you can see right there on your screen the drama, which was basically between the two camps in the Labour Party on which group should be in court at a resumed hearing of the presidential election petitions. The justices arrived to commence the day's proceeding and also refused to acknowledge the representation of the party aside the presidential candidate of the party, Mr. Peter B., who eventually was present in court. The tribunal refused to take an appearance for the Labour Party as the group on Mr. Lamidi Apapa, as well as the national women's leader of the party, Dudu Manugu, tried to make an appearance for Labour Party when the petition was called. Justice Aruna Samani noted that if two persons are making an appearance for the party, they will not be put on record. Mr. Apapa had attempted to occupy the seat reserved for the Abure camp, but was resisted.
Okay, so you heard it there about what happened at the Election Petition Tribunal sitting in the Court of Appeal, Abuja, Nigeria, about the altercation that occurred between some factions of the Labour Party. By the way, Labour Party is the party upon whose platform Peter Obi stood to contest the presidential election in Nigeria. And there is what is very clearly a leadership tussle between some factions of the Labour Party. And it played out in court today where Lamidi Apapa stood up to represent the Labour Party, and the other faction stopped him from representing the party. And as a result of that, the justices of the Court of Appeal refused to enter appearance for the Labour Party as regards whether its representative, in court, and only listened to the counsel to Labour Party. And expectedly, a lot of issues have arisen. Several questions have been asked by Nigerian citizens about what transpired in court. And one of the questions is it mandatory for a political party to be represented in court or the tribunal by its national chairman? And the answer is no, it is not mandatory. Okay? Election petition is a civil matter. Unlike any other civil matter before a court of law in Nigeria, the person, the party itself does not need to be in court. If that party is in court, it is just additional. What is expected is that the party must be represented by counsel. And therefore, since the party has a lawyer in court representing the party, the representation by the political party's chairman can be dispensed by the court. And that explains why the Court of Appeal could proceed with the matter without necessarily recording appearance, whether for Abure or for Lamidi Apapa or for any other, factional chairman of the Labour Party. So it's not mandatory for a party to be represented by the chairman of that political party. People have also asked the question about what will be the fate of Labour Party now that there is tussle between its leadership. Remember that the case before the tribunal is presented by 1, Peter Gregory Obi, and 2, Labour Party. In law, the party is usually expected to accompany its candidates to the court because it was a party that presented the candidates to the electorates at the tribunal. And therefore, having these two parties before the court as petitioners is a usual thing that is normally done, in most election matters. But the issue of disputes between the leadership of the political party does not in any way affect the election petition that has already been filed by parties, by lawyers representing the candidate and also representing the party. It doesn't in any way affect the chances of the political party. Like I said, the court can do without the leadership of the political party and proceed. The only thing is that Labour Party can only pull out of the petition if Labour Party files a notice of discontinuance from the petition, in which case Labour Party will direct its lawyers to go to the court, file a notice of discontinuance that it's no more interested in the petition, and then ask the Court of Appeal to strike out its name from the petition. But even then, the entire petition cannot be struck out because Peter Obi is still there. So, insofar as Peter Obi is still there as a party before the Election Petition Tribunal, that petition will be heard till the end and then decided. So, whereas a lot of Nigerian citizens would love Labour Party to put its house in order, have a meeting among its ranks and ensure that the issues are resolved, whereas a lot of Nigerian citizens would want peace and harmonious existence to exist between members of the Labour Party, their rancor, their disagreements, their inability to agree right now does not in any way affect the election petition that is properly presented to the Election Petition Tribunal, and therefore the court will continue to hear the petition till the end, despite the disagreement between the factional leadership of the Labour Party, because Peter Obi remains undisputed as a petitioner before the court. So that gives life to the petition till the end of the petition and till final judgment is given by the Election Petition Tribunal. Thanks for watching this episode of You and the Law, and do remember to follow the channel or subscribe to the channel for regular notification on every new episode. I remain your friend and lawyer, Ekemini Odim.